Hey, Warrior Saints! Welcome to Wednesday, Crucifixional live stream. Glad to have you beautiful people in with us. Visit warriorsaints.org. As I said yesterday, cool, fun things are coming, so stay connected. You know, we were talking yesterday about Matthew 25. You fed me when I was hungry, you clothed me when I was naked, visited me when I was sick, and so on. Welcomed me when I was a stranger, and you came to me when I was in prison and in the hospital, and so on. And I thought today, let's talk about the welcomed me when I was a stranger thing. One of the things that is amazing and beautiful and awesome during all of this chaos that's the environment we live in is that our parish is growing. I know that some churches may be suffering, but I have a feeling many are growing. And it is ours, at least every single Sunday, is filled with people we don't know who they are. They're brand new to the Orthodox faith, never been to our parish, or they're here visiting, whatever it may be, or they're moved into town, all this kind of stuff. We've got an army of new people all the time. Interestingly enough, the largest demographic is young men. That's interesting. We'll talk about that another time. But as they come to church, there is a moment where it's for especially those who have never been to the Orthodox liturgy before. It's very different than anything they may have been exposed to in the past. As you know, if you're an Orthodox Christian or if you're a Roman Catholic or Protestant and been to Orthodox worship, you know it's very, very different. And it's like foreign. I don't know, what do I do? Do I stand? Do I sit? Do I go here? What do I do? Do I go in that line? Do I sit down? What's that whole thing? All this kind of stuff going on. The music's different. The people are different. Everybody's looking at me. It's like, ooh, all that kind of stuff going on. And it is for us who are in the church. And now I'm talking not just to Orthodox, but to Protestants and Catholics and people in the workplace and everybody. If somebody is new, it is your job to welcome them, right? So look, in our parish, our coffee hour, so after our worship, we have this huge, not breakfast, but coffee and bagel time where we come together in fellowship just to be with one another. We've worshiped, now let's be together and visit and get ready to go out into the world. And we have a large community growing, as I said, and there's a lot of people, and a lot of us are loud, right? And talk loud and visit with one another. And then we go into our fellowship hall, and it's a zoo. I mean, beautiful, but it's a zoo. There's a lot of people, and there's a lot going on. Now imagine that you're a new person, and you walk into that. So you've just left this worship service that may be very foreign to you, and you may not understand entirely what's going on. And now, some people, are they brave enough to go over there? Some are smart and get out while they can. But if they're brave enough to go over there, it's easy to feel overwhelmingly alone. And I've watched our people. Now I'm going to call out my community. If you're watching, and I'm sure some of you are, I'm calling you out. You know, I have watched on many occasions where those people have gone and sat in the ballroom on tables by themselves, and nobody approaches and talks to them. And I like to make the excuses on behalf of our people. Like, look, the truth of it is we work hard all week long. We come together with our family and friends. We want to be together and visit with one another. And I think that's beautiful and I love it. But shame on you. Bil'arabi aibashum, we say, if you let someone sit there alone, right? Because they're in your house. They are here and they could be very afraid, could be very much nervous and lonely, scared. We don't know what needs they have. And we have to be crucifixional and say, cousin, uncle, aunt, friend, brother, I love you. I want to visit with you, but that person's alone. Let me go sit with him or her and make them feel welcome, right? This is something that Christ has called us in the Gospel of Matthew, as we said yesterday in chapter 25, that you are also to welcome the stranger, to make them feel at home so that they too might integrate or connect into the community. Right? The beautiful part about a community is that there's always room for more, right? Some of us may be closer than others, and I understand all of those things, but there's no limit to its growth. The community can always expand. So it is incumbent upon us to first make someone feel welcome. Recognize the fear that they have. I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. I had an experience I want to share with you. Recognize the fear and the discomfort that they may have and be a warrior saint. Sacrifice a little bit of that time hanging out with your cousin, your brother, your friend, your sister, mother, father, whoever it may be, just to say to this other person, hey, welcome. I promise if you do that, you might find yourself with a lifelong friend, right? It's a beautiful thing. It's a hard thing sometimes because we enjoy the moments together, but take it seriously. Take it very seriously to welcome a stranger at the table in God's house and your house. Till tomorrow, as always, keep walking on the way of the Warrior Saint.